More school districts are moving to later start times so that students can be well rested and really ready to learn.
Now Cincinnati Public is making the move, and Jeanette Levy is live at Walnut Hills, where students still get up at the crack of dawn to hit the books, right, Aunt Jeanette?
That's right, Cammie. And you know, I remember getting up early for high school. I'm sure you do too. And it was pretty tough at times. But right now, Walnut Hills students and some other CPS high school students, they have to be in class and ready to go at 7:30. But with this resolution, all CPS high schools will move to a start time of 8:30 or possibly later.
I'm really excited about this. This was an enormous win for kids.
Cincinnati School Board member Mike Moroski has been pushing for later high school start times. Part of the reason, it's just safer for students walking to school.
With that early school start time before 8:30, and these schools, we're talking 7:15 a.m., 7:30 a.m., kids are going to school in the dark 70% of the time.
Moroski points to 13 students being hit in the last year. Western Hills High School student Gabby Rodriguez was killed. Studies have shown later start times improve attendance and learning because high school students have different sleep patterns.
8 a.m. to you or I is more like 6 a.m. to a late adolescent. And expecting somebody to be fully functional and learning during that time when it's 6 a.m. is just a little too much of a stretch to ask.
Dean Beebe is a sleep medicine specialist at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Beebe says the average teen needs between 8 and 10 hours of sleep every night, but most only get 7.
Their bodies cannot fall asleep earlier than they're ready to, but they have to wake up early, and so we see this tremendous sleep debt that begins to develop starting in middle school, but then it gets worse and worse and worse into high school.
Ray McGann believes later start times are better for high school students. He lived in New York, where school started at 9:30.
But when I came to Ohio and I had to go to school at 7:30, it was much earlier, and I was definitely tired, and I felt like it was kind of for no reason, really.
Speaking from experience, he believes students will benefit.
Because it's not about how many hours you work, it's about the quality of the work you produce.
Now, Mike Moroski tells us that at first, when they were talking about this, Metro said that it couldn't be done. It would simply be too expensive because of the way that the bus routes ran. But since that issue has since been resolved, and it's possible that some of these schools could move to those later start times as early as next year, but the resolution actually gives CPS 3 years to implement all of these changes. So stay tuned to see when your school will starting late. Reporting live in Walnut Hills, Jeanette Levy, Local 12 News.
All right,
back to you.
Jeanette, thank you. Several school districts in our area have approved later start times, including Forest Hills and Mason.